So this is the Sony 24-70 G Master 2, the second iteration of the G Master lens from Sony, and I feel like this is the first lens that you should buy. So why a 24-70? Why not a prime lens? Well, if you're just starting out, people usually default to getting a 35mm prime or a 50mm prime, which is the route that I went. I went for both a 35 and a 50, and I kind of found out after hundreds of photo shoots that I preferred the wide 35mm focal length over the 50, and I kind of liked the narrow 85 and above focal length as well, because I really enjoyed the compression and the bokeh that came with it. So instead of picking a prime, I'd rather choose a zoom lens if I'm just starting out, and I learned that the hard way. You're able to get 4 lenses in one: the 24, the 35, the 50, and the 70, and every single range in between. And with time, you can figure out which focal length kind of suits you the most. So after shooting for a while, you'll get this core understanding on when and what to use for your focal length, and which one you prefer the most. So quick tip, Lightroom actually tells you which focal length that you use the most out of all your pictures, and you can kind of use that as a guiding metric to find out which lens you want to buy next, whether it be another zoom or whether it be a prime. So what makes a 24-70 G Master 2 different from the other 24-70s out there in the market? There's a ton, and I kind of want to overview and give this light spec sheet and kind of my preference on why I chose this over the others. I realized that for traveling, you want to pack light. There's not a lot of room that also comes with packing your bag and making sure that you have all the gear that you need. And on my recent trip to Japan, I really felt like the light and the versatility of the 24-70 made my entire trip possible and made me want to take more photos rather than less photos. Another thing I kind of want to focus on is autofocus, and you'll see this on the later part of the video, but I'll show some images that I took about how amazing the autofocus is and how easy it is for the subject recognition to stick to a particular subject and track it throughout the frame. For reference, I've tested the Sigma 24-70, and in my experience, the image quality is extremely similar, but the G Master is slightly sharper when you're going at the higher end of the focal range. So when you're near the 60 to 70mm range, it is slightly sharper, and I really prefer that, especially if I'm going to be printing my images or be using them as wallpapers. I do have the Sort Stash Everyday filter on it, which is a combination of a polarizer to get rid of those annoying reflections that you might see on cars and windows, and a quarter mist ND filter as well to give those highlights more bloom and give the lens a little bit more character. And this is one of the best lens filters I've ever used so far. The lens comes in at 695 grams, and it's way lighter than any other lens on the market when it comes to this focal range, and I highly recommend getting this one over the other ones that you might see. I understand that the cost of the lens is one of the biggest downsides, and coming in around $2,400 USD is not something that everybody wants to invest in. But for me, I didn't want to buy a whole range of prime lenses in order to just compensate for all those focal ranges. So instead of that option, I decided to fully invest on the 24-70, and I have no regrets. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys want to see any other type of content, including lenses, camera, just photography in general, let me know below, and I hope you guys have a good day.